Hi, and welcome to Beautiful Leaf Homestead channel. My name is Selena, and we are doing tips and tricks on how to open and plan your new homestead. So let's get started. Number one, figure out what you want to do. So this is a really important key step that you want to figure out. Are you doing cash crops? Are you doing animals? Are you doing a mixture? Are you doing beef, dairy? You have to figure out what you want to do, because figuring out what you want to do will allow you to figure out how much land you need, the supplies you need, and it'll give you a rough idea of cost. I do believe that planning is a big step. I've already done my planning, so I'll give you a little idea what I'm planning on doing. So I am planning on doing crops, as well as I am doing small animals such as sheep and goats and chickens, maybe a little ducks. We'll see. Another thing I'm doing is I'm making sure that every crop I do, there's multi-purposes. So can I jar it? I can sell it clearly as a natural product that you eat. I can pickle them. I can turn some things into creams. I do my own natural products that I'm working on. I'm still learning a little bit about them, but I'm doing some soaps and shampoos and different things. So you want to find out what you can use all the things you grow, because you don't want to grow it and then it doesn't sell and it ends up going into your composter. So plan on what you're going to do. Number two, do your research. There's so many other videos out there. There are books. I have a couple books that I can share with you guys that I'm reading. So I have this book. It's The Joy of Hobby Farming. This book is really good because it gives you a little bit of everything, and it kind of talks about small farming. So I am looking for around 20 acres. I am now on the purchasing land part of my journey. So the next video you will start seeing more of that process. But anyways, back to the planning. So another book that I have read and I thought was pretty decent was the Pepper's Livestock Handbook. This book, it talks about different animals that you can have and kind of a little bit more about them, so you can get a good understanding. These are just 2 books. There's so many books out there. You can even go to your local library, see if there is a book out there that interests you. Get your hands on every information you can. Number 3. So you want to know about the area that you're in. Environmental, if you're dealing with harsh winters. I live in Ontario and we have some really harsh winters out here. That's going to affect your livestock. So you do have to remember that if you have winter, you're going to have enough room for a barn. You're going to have enough room to take care of your animals during the winter seasons. As well as after that, you do have to think about the rules. So when you're looking for land or anything, find out about the rules in your cities and what you need to do. Okay? Number 4. The planning is going to help you because it's going to tell you roughly how much money you're going to need. This is not a cheap excursion. It does cost some money, and it is something that you don't want to go in without any knowledge, because it's going to cost you more money in the end. So by planning, it allows you to know how much money you're getting involved in. Is this an adventure that you want to put your whole heart and soul into? Because if it's not, might not be the best thing for you. Or maybe spend a little more time in the planning process. Are you going to look for grants? Some places there are grants for young farmers. I'm under 30, so there are grants for those under 30 in Canada. So look up what in your area, what grants do the government maybe give you to pursue farming. I know right now we're in COVID-19, and hopefully because of this whole thing, the government will be adding more grants. I think they should. I think that food safety and knowing that you have enough food for citizens is really important. Number 5, I do believe in keeping a journal. So I have a journal here that every information that I find, I write down. I'm going to find so much information that I'm not going to remember it all. We are not 100% going to remember every single thing you come across. So keep this journal. Write in it every time that you're searching up stuff, and just keep it by your side. And you find anything, information that you like, jot it down. Honestly, it's a great tool that you can have that will allow you to reference back to it and understand what you need and what you want. So I want to talk about practicing. So because we're in the journey of looking for land right now, I knew that this season was going to be a little bit behind. So what I decided to do was, because I wasn't going to get the land exactly in time, with the house that we live in, I have decided to make a garden, which you see behind me. I decided to make this almost like an experimental farm style. I wanted to grow all kinds of different plants. They're in raised boxes, and I wanted to do this because I wanted to see what grows really well, maybe what didn't grow, what maybe shouldn't have been beside each other, animals that could be problems. I wanted to see how the raised boxes would do. And actually, for me, the raised boxes did incredibly well. We're at the end of June, almost July, and I have a huge amount of crops growing. They are growing wonderful. I think I got about 95% of the stuff I grew. The only thing I didn't get was parsnips and cabbage. They didn't seem to take for some reason. I have pretty much everything you can shake a stick at. I've got everything from corn, pumpkins, carrots, radish, turnips, squash, fruits. I've got watermelon, cantaloupe. I've got peas, beans, pretty much cucumbers. I got a lot of different things. So this is a great time for you to practice and kind of get a knowledge of what you want to grow and what you don't want to grow. If it was too hard to do, and maybe it takes up too much space than what you want to give it, then don't do it. But use this time to learn. If you don't know how everything grows, practice. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. If you have the time to give yourself to practice, practice. Honestly, I think it's the best thing I've ever done. You get to kind of know how you can do different things, and I will do another video on explaining a little bit about each crop and stuff that I found. And again, I'm not an expert. I am just learning, and I decided to start doing this channel so that you guys can learn with me and kind of get an idea of what homesteading is for the journey. Like, I know that some people are lucky and they their families already had started, so they're kind of getting to take it over from there. But for those who are starting out and haven't done this before, it's a good chance to learn by doing it in the yard you already have. Yes, it will take up some of your grass and you won't have as much room, but in the end you have food. Like, unless you're gonna cut your grass and eat it as a salad, you can grow lettuce and actually have food and lower your food bill even. Sorry, that's Cooper's barking. I do have dogs. Anyways, so yeah, we have a lot of different resources out there. One of the things also that I do want to touch base on, I will talk a little bit more about it when we're talking about plants and stuff, is this handy little tool. This is a pH reader. It reads pH, moisture, and light that your plants are getting. I invested in this. It wasn't that expensive. It has 2 prongs that go into the ground, and it reads the soil. I do believe in this product. It works really well for me. It helped me, especially when we were starting and we were trying to do the germination. My plants had a bit of a shock when they came out of the house from the little greenhouse style from inside. They suffered a bit, so I had to really keep them up to date and make sure that they were okay. So yeah, this little pH was helpful. I also found online, and it's really easy to find, a list of every food and the pH balance that they need. So this is just a clipboard full of that. So it's every different food. Again, these are easy searches that you can find information and just learn. It's as simple as that. Either do it right in your ground or do these boxes that I've built, and I will do tutorials on how to build them and set them up, and throw some seed in, throw some dirt, some seed, some fertilizer, and let it see what happens. One thing that's really nice is that Mother Nature will help you. I will also have a video up on how I try and keep some of the pests away without any harsh chemicals. We are a eco-friendly household, so I have made the change to completely eco-friendly. That's why I got into making soaps, and I will have videos on the journeys of learning all this stuff and converting to zero plastic and almost no waste. And we have some waste, but we've lessened it a lot, so I'll keep you guys updated. And I hope you like this video. Please hit the like below, leave a comment, let's have a discussion. This is an open area. We're going to be all really respectful. It's a learning environment. I'm learning as long as you're learning. And if you're an experienced farmer and you have some tips and tricks, please leave them in the comments. Subscribe if you like this page. They'll be up to date always. We will be posting videos. And I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope to see you guys, and I hope we learn together. So enjoy the beautiful day and enjoy Canada Day. And yeah, stay safe during this COVID-19, and we will talk very soon. Okay, bye guys.